Today's topic is separable Hilbert space. We will prove a theorem which states that a Hilbert space is separable if and only if it has a countable orthonormal basis. Let us prove this theorem. Let H be separable. Then we have to show that H has a countable orthonormal basis. And since H is separable, so there exists a countable subset L of H such that closure of L is equal to H. Now we write the elements of L as a sequence. Since L is countable, so its element can be written in the form of a sequence. And omitting those elements of L which are linear combinations of the preceding elements. So we remove the elements which are linear combinations of the preceding elements and orthogonalizing the resulting sequence by Gram-Schmidt orthogonalization process. And if we use the Gram-Schmidt orthogonalization process, then vectors in the sequence are orthogonal to every other vectors and their norm is equal to 1. In this way, we obtain an orthonormal sequence M in H. So M is a countable orthonormal subset of H. And we know that a complete orthonormal subset of H is orthonormal basis. So we have to show that M is complete. And if possible, suppose M be, M, M be not complete. So there exists some non-zero vector x in H such that x is orthogonal to M. As x belongs to H and H is equal to closure of L, so x belongs to closure of L. As x belongs to closure of L, so every neighborhood of x contains a point of L. And so for epsilon greater than 0, there exists some point y in L such that y belongs to open sphere with center x and radius epsilon. Because every neighborhood of x contains a point of L, so there exists some point y in L such that y belongs to neighborhood that is open sphere with center x and radius epsilon. And that means norm of x minus y is less than epsilon. As x is orthogonal to M, so x is orthogonal to L because we have obtained the elements of M from L. Because elements in M are nothing but the elements of L or linear combinations of elements of L. And so if x is orthogonal to M, so x is also orthogonal to L. Now, as x is orthogonal to L and y belongs to L, so x and y are orthogonal, and that means inner product of y and x is equal to 0. Now, norm of x whole square is equal to inner product of x and x, and this is equal to inner product x and x minus inner product yx, because inner product yx is equal to 0, and that is equal to inner product of x minus y and x. And since norm of x is always greater than or equal to 0, and so this is equal to mod of inner product of x minus y and x. And by Schwarz inequality, this is less than or equal to norm of x minus y into norm of x. And since norm of x minus y is less than epsilon, so this is strictly less than epsilon times norm of x. As x is not equal to 0, so norm of x is also not equal to 0. And so by 1, we can have here norm of x is strictly less than epsilon. As epsilon is any positive real number, so norm of, and here norm of x is less than epsilon means norm of x is less than every positive real number. That means If and we know that norm of x is greater than or equal to 0, and so if it is less than every positive real number, then this must be equal to 0, and this implies x is equal to 0, which is a contradiction, so our assumption is wrong. Hence M is complete. We know that any complete orthonormal set of a Hilbert space forms a basis, so M is a basis of H. Hence, H has a countable orthonormal basis. Conversely, let H have a countable orthonormal basis. I belongs to N, the set of natural numbers. We have to show that H is complete. Let L be the set of all linear combinations of the form gamma 1 n E1 plus gamma 2 n E2 plus up to gamma I n EI, for every I belongs to n, the set of natural numbers, and this is for every n belongs to n. Here we are writing linear combinations of basis vectors, and here gamma k of n is equal to alpha kn plus I times beta kn. So here the scalars are complex numbers, and complex numbers of the form where real and imaginary parts are rational numbers. Here alpha kn, beta kn, rational numbers. So we are writing all linear combinations of basis vectors such that scalars are complex numbers in which real and imaginary parts are rational numbers. Then clearly L is a countable subset of H. We shall show that H is equal to closure of L. As X belongs to, let X belongs to H, as I belongs to N is a complete orthonormal set in H. So X has its Fourier series expansion. X is equal to summation I belongs to N into inner product XEI into EI. And that can be written as limit n tending to infinity summation over I varies from 1 to n inner product XEI into EI. That is nth partial sum converges to X. Then for given epsilon greater than 0, there exists n naught in n such that norm of X minus summation I varies from 1 to n inner product xei into ei is less than epsilon by 2 for all n greater than or equal to n naught. Here we are only using the definition of convergence, that is sequence of partial sums converges to x, then for any given epsilon greater than 0 we can find some n naught in n such that we have 1. And for n is equal to n naught, we have in particular norm of x minus summation I varies from 1 to n naught inner product x ei into ei is less than epsilon by 2. We can choose complex numbers gamma I varies from 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n naught such that norm of summation I varies from 1 to n naught within bracket inner product xei minus gamma ir into ei is less than epsilon by 2. Here, since x inner product xei is a complex number and we are choosing complex numbers gamma ir says that norm of this term is less than epsilon by 2. Then and this can be written as norm of summation I varies from 1 to n naught inner product x into ei minus summation I varies from 1 to n naught gamma ir ei is less than epsilon by 2. Then we have second inequality, and here we find that if we write y is equal to summation I varies from 1 to n naught gamma ir ei, then this is an element of L. So y belongs to L. And we find the norm of x minus y, then this can be written as norm of x minus adding and subtracting summation I varies from 1 to n naught inner product x ei into ei, and then we write y is that is minus summation I varies from 1 to n naught gamma I r ei. And by triangle inequality, we have this is less than or equal to norm of x minus summation I varies from 1 to n naught x ei plus norm of inner product norm of summation I varies from 1 to n naught inner product x ei minus summation I varies from 1 to n naught gamma ir into ei, and each term is less than epsilon by 2. So norm of x minus y is less than epsilon. That means open sphere with center x and radius epsilon contains y. That is, we have shown that every open sphere containing x contains a point of L. Since y belongs to L, so we have shown that this open sphere, there exists an open sphere which contains this open sphere with center x contains point of L. That means every neighborhood of x contains a point of L, means x is an adherent point of L, that is x belongs to closure of L. And x belongs to H, and we have shown that x belongs to closure of L. And we know that closure of L is contained in H. So H is equal to closure of L. And since L is a countable set, and we have shown that closure of L is equal to H, hence H is separable. Thank you.